Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Programming with a Purpose. Today I am going to show you how to convert a simple image into a cartoonish version of itself. This is basically an image processing tutorial. We are going to use GPU framework for it. It is an open source framework that manipulates and perform different image filters on the images and convert it into and give them a different feel. So let's explore this tutorial. Nice image, and now I am adding a GPU image framework to it. So you can see that it is the link to that GPU image. We need to pull it. This is a section that tells us how to add this framework into the Xcode project. So basically we copy a framework into build phases and then add a framework. So I've already pulled this GPU framework into my local repo, and now I am basically opening it. So this is the GPUImage.exe Xcode project is basically what I need to add to my project. So see how I am going to add this into my existing cartoonized image project. So I will be drag dropping it into the project navigator here, just like this. Okay, now I am going to import it into the view controller, and you will see it will show me an error because the import of GPU image is not completely done up till this point. Okay, so here is the cartoonized image project. Okay, so you can see the build phases tab. I am going to add something in the dependencies tab. So this is basically the GPU image framework we are going to add here, and then link binary with libraries. I'm going to add a GPUImage.framework here. Okay, you can see that now after some time you will see that the error will disappear. Okay, the error is gone, so it means that the GPU image framework is done properly. Now let's create the UI of this project. It will be a simple one. I'm going to add two images, two image views, one to show the original image and one to show the processed image. I'm going to add these two into a vertical stack view. So follow the tutorial and create the UI as I have created here. So I am creating an extension of UIImage. UIImage is basically the built-in library that handle different image functions inside the Swift code in Xcode. So basically I am writing a function that I will apply to my image. You can see there is a GPU image picture function that will create an image in the format. This library is going to read it. Then there is a toon filter, GPUImageSmoothToonFilter. I will show you what is this exactly in a few minutes. Toon filter or threshold is basically the value that helps in the calculation of boundaries. Since you can see that there are pointed black boundaries in cartoons mostly. So there is a sharpen filter that is basically to create a sharpness in the image. So you can see that first we have added a target to the image and then a target to the toon filter. So toon filter and sharpen filter are now cascaded filters. First toon filter will be applied, after that the sharpen filter. Both of these filters are built into the GPU image library. You can use similar kind of functions from the ML kit also. I am not sure exactly the toon filter is available on in it or not, but the sharpness filter is a very basic filter. It will be available in the ML image processing library. Okay, so after that we have added a process image function with a completion handler that will set its value into the processed image. I am connecting the UI with the code. Okay, so let's see what will go inside the viewDidLoad function. So here the name will go. I am using some of the images in the assets. These are static images. You can pick these images from the gallery as well as from the camera, but I just wanted to show you the functionality, so I am using some of the saved images. So see how I am calling this function inside So there is a little bit of issue that I faced when I was trying with different filters inside this function. So if a filter, there are some filters that take a lot of time for because mathematical calculations are involved in it, such as Quora filter. So when I was using it, the result is returned after a very long time, like after delay of around half a minute. So the image is not set into the processed image view. To solve that problem, I haven't shown you exactly the problem here, but I'm showing you the solution here. So I am passing a completion handler in the perform image operations, and it will be called once I am done with the processing of the image inside the perform image operation function. You can see on the 46th line I am calling this completion, and I am passing an image into it in the viewDidLoad function. So the actual benefit of this function is it will be once I am done with the processing of the image, it will be set in the UI automatically. If I do not do it, the image will be returned as in the previous code, and it will be set, and once the processing will be done, the image in the UI will not be changed. So the filters applied will not be applicable to our original image. In that case, you are not going to see the effect of the filters. Okay, so you will see here the processed image is basically visible after some time. This can happen if there is less memory or the filters are mathematically computationally intensive. So you can see there is an issue. UI image view must be used from the main thread only. So I am adding this line here. It will make sure that this code will only be run in the main thread. So I've used another image that is basically a landscape image. You can see the cartoonification of mountains. Some dark black lines are drawn as the edge, and some of the colors are reduced. Basically, cartoonification is a process in which you reduce the color palette, because it is quite smooth in real world images, but in cartoon you have a limited palette, so you control it by the quantization levels as I have shown you in the code. So that quantization levels basically show how much of the detail of the image will be shown. Now there are other smoothing and other type of filters are that can be used to smooth out the different basically like color boundaries that are created when we decrease the number of colors, as well as different textures can be added to make it more cartoonish like. I'm not basically covering that much part in this tutorial, but hopefully in future I would like to cover that as well. So I talked about that I will show you what is an GPUImageSmoothToonFilter. So basically it contains a Gaussian blur filter and an GPUImageToonFilter. So Gaussian blur filter is basically for the blurring of the image. So it will blur out the sharp details in the image. Okay. And there is a GPU sharpen that I've used. You can see what this filter is. This is basically to sharpen an image, and you can pass a value of sharpness to it. Okay. Now I really want to show you. Let's see what is the GPU tune filter that is used inside the GPUImageSmoothToonFilter. So this is basically a 3x3 texture sampling filter. So, and you can control two values in it. There is a threshold value and there is a quantization levels value, which is set to 10 and threshold is set to 0.2. It basically detects the edges, and you can see the edges are basically detected by the Sobel edge detection algorithm. So this is all about this cartoonification of an image. So this is all for this tutorial. I have shown you how to cartoonize an image. So if you have any suggestions regarding this video or the general content of this channel, kindly drop it in the comment section. I will be covering more image processing and filtering related videos in the upcoming weeks. If there is any other topic you really want me to make a video on regarding the Swift and Xcode domain, let me know. Do subscribe this channel, follow and drop a comment. Thank you.